hearing. You got to hear this word. But we ain't gonna force it down your throat either. It says, let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. We know that the Most High is the one who sows it into the mind.
We can water and plant all we want.
Exactly.
The Most High is the one that's going to sprout the information in
That's
mind.
it. If it's meant for you to get it, you're going to receive it, man.
Yeah. May not even be that. Maybe it's, depending on how much time we have, you know, a week or two later, we come back in, or he click on a video or whatever.
This is on 26, and that they may recover themselves out of the snare of the devil, who are taken captive by him at his will.
Yep. He was ensnared, bro. But it was a generational snare. The snare had been passed down through generations. And see, we can't, like, Jake got especially Judah, like dark skin Jake, they got well, all the tribes really, they got a heavy problem with devaluing what grandmama and mama said to them.
Yeah.
Because they can't take that as a lie. Mama and grandmama were lying. But can you believe that mama and grandmama didn't know the truth? They believed the lie.
They was lied to.
They was lied to. And that's what we're trying to break that lie to you. But who you think he's gonna go tell this information to? A woman. He's gonna go tell a woman about what he just heard today. He's gonna uproot everything he planted in him today. You know, every seed we laid out there is gonna get uprooted by that. Because this is not they don't want this to go away.
Grandma didn't tell you about this.
Yeah.
Why grandma didn't tell you was Israelite?
And if anything really took hold, she probably gonna take them kids and bounce, bro. He gonna be hurt. He gonna be hurt, and he either gonna have to come back here, or he gonna do some dumb shit, man.
Don't remember what you said, bro. She don't leave.
She don't leave.
Luke 11:27, and it came to pass, as he spake these things, a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, Blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the paps which thou hast sucked.
Keep going.
But he said, Yea, rather, blessed are they that hear the word of the Most High and keep it.
And keep it. Not just, yeah, that sounds good, I know all about that. Yeah, I gotta go, I'll be back. You never come back. But I heard, you can't get the message like that. You gotta actually make changes, man. You gotta make these changes to I remember when I first heard the name, I kept trying to play it over and over and try to catch exactly what you were saying. And then that's when I finally came across Nate's video where he broke the name down. And I started writing it, and I had to go back and read it and do the phonics to learn it. Because it meant that much to me. But if it don't mean that much to you, you're going to be like, oh, what was the name? What was it? I'm not sure. You're not going to take it seriously. This thing is huge, man. You got to keep the wisdom that's being given by the prophets, man.
You looked up that word, what's it, yea, rather?
Yep.
It's actually nay, rather. So no.
Nay, rather. Yep.
No.
Yep. No, but
said no to that one. She trying to, like women, they think they created, they created a person. But the Lord said no, rather do the work, let's do the work of the Lord.
Yep. Believe it and begin to do it. Yeah. Don't be hearers only, but do it. Yep. That's when I go with that one.
And he seemed like, because, Jake in the world, they're entangled with the affairs of this life.
Yep.
With my woman and my kids and everything that pertains to this life. Jake gets so caught up in it, so he feels as though if he open up this responsibility, he could lose everything. And Jake is not willing to present themselves as a living sacrifice. The apostles, they walked away from everything.
Yep. I gotta ask this question. Anybody recognize when he checked out? What was going on? What was being talked about when he checked out? Anybody notice?
Woman?
No? It was before that.
Fear?
No.
Kids?
No. Almost. Huh? No. It was the money. When we said this is gonna collapse, that's when he checked out. That's the only thing he understood. When he said, don't you see the gas? When you said, don't you see the gas prices, the hyperinflation? And I went too far. I said, people gonna be eating today. I went a little too far, my bad. A little too far. But hey, man, I need to scare the shit out of you. Man. Like you should be able to see that the food is gone, bro. You should be able to see that. But just you gonna say something?
I was just gonna say, he said, okay, if we're gonna leave him with something, let's leave him with fear. He said it to me. He said, so I already got enough of that. I'm thinking like, no, it's not enough.
Nah, it ain't enough.
Godly fear.
Yeah, you need a godly fear. You know?
Luke 14 and 26. I really brought this out. You know, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, even his own life, also he cannot be my disciple.
Yeah. You gotta hate the man you were in ignorance and begin to create, to build yourself up as a spiritual man in wisdom.
Yeah, and that's when I said it's not telling you to literally hate your family. It's basically saying that you gotta love them less, and love the Most High and serving Him and His Son much more. Right? They're supposed to be secondary. They're supposed to be. They're not primary when it comes to what you have to do. Your duty. The Lord must come first. They come on the back of that. Yeah. And as long as you're serving the Lord and doing what you're supposed to do towards Him, the Lord will take care of everything else. That's why you're not supposed to worry about them.
Supposed to hate what they're about, hate their life, hate their, not them, but
Yeah.
It just means to love less.
Yeah.
Don't prioritize that. Prioritize the time with the Lord over the time with your family.
Yeah, like Paul broke it down pretty beautifully.
Yeah.
All right, he said, they that have wives be as though they had them. That doesn't mean you put away your wife. It just means you're going to spend less time with her because you got more serious things to attend to.
That's right.
He said before the time is short.
Time.
You got to prioritize.
You got to redeem the times, man, because the days are evil right now. We're busy storing up treasure in heaven so that when the time comes, the Lord, He looks upon our works and those spiritual works that's stored in those in the spiritual storehouses. He's gonna be able to, you know what? Hey,
I got what my talents said. I gave you some talents. What you
right.
did with that?
He's gonna be able to look upon that and be like, I'm gonna have mercy on it. You know? And if your wife and your children still followed you, they're gonna be spared too. So we ain't supposed to have these carnal worldly anxieties, man. It says we got 2 Ezra 14. Put up now the weak nature, mortal thoughts. Yeah, man. So Jake, that's what I'm thinking. Like I'm second guessing if he'll even come back. Because his excuses and him, the worries that he got, he's not willing to lose. Jake's not willing to lose. So you can't be the Lord's disciple. It's not for you.
Only way I think he comes back if he looks into the things that we said, and he finds that they're true. Then he'll know that we're not bullshitting, or the Spirit bring him back. One or the other.
I think for the Spirit to bring him back, the Lord's gonna take shit from him, bro. All the things he held precious. I think that's the only way he's gonna come back sincere. If the Lord actually do take stuff from him, his woman, his kids, his money, where he lives, all these things that we hold. In this world, you hold dear. You said you had something? We got to go back to
It's 2 Ezra 14 and 14. They go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man.
What is mortal thoughts? It's all tied to your flesh.
Carnality.
Yeah. What about the money goes, what I'm gonna do? I gotta feed my kids. I gotta please my wife. I gotta pay my mortgage. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Those are all mortal thoughts.
I don't have time to do all of that. And we're doing it, bro.
That's what. But it's only a temple, bro.
Like, you think we ain't going through the same shit you going through?
It says, let go from these mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of men, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
That's a lot of Jake that has that mindset. They're gonna fold in the time of adversity. All right. A lot of dudes, they come into this thing and they fall on hard times or whatever, and sometimes that'll usually be what takes them out. And those individuals that happens to, you're part of those who fell upon stony ground, man. You couldn't handle the tribulation. And you got offended. You know? The Lord said, blessed is he that is not offended in it. You know that you got to put your woman and your children on the back burner when it comes to this truth. Those of you that's gonna be offended by it, you're gonna find a reason not to follow this thing, man. Alright? Those are gonna be certain reasons why you say, hell no. I'm not about to deal with that.
I told you brothers what my cousin said way back in like 2007 or 8, something like that. When we first heard it, we wasn't even out in the street shit. We didn't call out, started talking to him. He said, yeah, oh, okay. He went to work. All hell broke loose. His kids got in trouble at school. His wife was mad at him. All this shit. He was like, he called back like, man, I can't do this. Everything went wrong. I said, yeah, that's supposed to happen. He was like, nah, this can't be for me. I don't want to have to deal with all of this stuff. He was like, hey, you don't love him enough. You don't love your kids enough. I told him that heavy shit, but him and I shit like that. You know?
Matthew 19 to 27. And answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life.
That's why it says, seek ye the kingdom first, and all these things will be added unto you. Keep reading, please.
Verse 30, but many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
Yeah, so you gotta put yourself in last place on this side to keep the first place on the other side. You can't care about the status on this side. You have to deny yourself on this side of all the wonderful worldly accolades and shit that's going on, so that you can have those accolades in truth and in substance, real substance in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, and it starts with a faith level of what is faith? The substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So when this stuff comes to pass, hey, that's a reward. Don't we feel like we got, like we won the lottery when something that we believe in come to pass? It's like, ooh, you see the missiles is coming? Yeah. You be high-fiving. Because our faith is like a reward when we see it come to pass, knowing that we're on the right path. But them that try to get themselves, yeah, I just won this $1 million, I just signed this deal for $1 million. Yeah, but in 3 weeks or 2 years or whatever, the economy's gonna collapse. And you didn't know that. So you out there trying to save money and build. And what's the one that said, I will go and build bigger bars, but you know that your life is due tonight or something like that?
That your soul is required.
Yeah, your soul is required. Yeah. You know? So you can't make them kind of plans for that, but you can build yourself the best you can when there's wisdom on this side. You was on something? Oh, you was on something too, right?
I got it. This is I get the soul of the part.
Yeah, hit that
Yeah.
right quick, brother.